Hi guys, welcome to Moose second video log. Today I want to talk about the lecture I watched before, which is given by a MIT professor whose name is David Thorburn. In his lecture, his main point is many cultural forms of television. And his first point is that he thinks television is kind of wasteland mythology, and he illustrated many ironic reasons. And his second point is that television will affect social environment. His final point is that the myth of high culture. Uh, For me, I think this lecture is hard for me to understand. I think the first reason is that his speaking speed is very fast, and sometimes his expression is not clearly. I mean, some words he says not clearly, so I can't get him. And the second reason I can understand the video is that the lecture is that he used many professional words or terms which cause I can't fully understand the lecture. And I think the outline note-taking method is better than other methods for this lecture. We all know that the outline note-taking method has on contrast, it has a clear structure. It has, for example, the first controlling idea, second controlling idea, and so on, something like that. And so it is more easier for audience or reader to understand the lecture, and we can also get more details from this kind of note-taking method for this lecture. And secondly, I think no outline note-taking method is for this lecture. It can follow the professor's main points, which can make sure we can understand the lecture clearly. And personally, I prefer to use the Cornell note-taking method because I think the first reason is that it does has many categories like the first controlling idea or second controlling idea. I can write the information I get wherever I want. I think I can get more freedom. And uh, in from this lecture, I think the professor asserts that watching television is a bad activity. There are many examples given by him. The first example is that actually I think it was given by a student. It's that the example is that the video game. We all know that nowadays teenagers use most of their spare time to play video games with their friends. I think it's harmful for both of their mental health and physical health. For physical health, if they playing the video games for a long time, they will sit in front of the computer for a long time, which means they will get many relations. Uh, that kind of elements is hard. It's bad for their health. And for the mental health, I think if they often playing the video games, they will misunderstand the difference between real world and the game world, which will confuse them in their daily work. And the second example is that the professor said that people are more likely to stay at home to watching television. This is also harmful for their physical health. And thirdly, the professor said that the television spreads many some violent information. Maybe some criminals will learn something from this kind of information, which is bad for the social security. And finally, the professor said that people be controlled by the television. I think there is another example that can strongly prove that this lecturer think that watching television is a bad activity. The example is that in 1961, the President Kennedy attacked television. I think it's kind of evidence. And that's all the information I got from the lecture. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Bye bye.